Good morning, friends. I made it through my last show of the year and I'm back. I hope you're all doing well. Those of you who are my regulars, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. We're happy to have you here. I'm dragging a little this morning, as I always am after a show. Takes me a day to regroup and get my energy back. I've got those really cute. Um, so I have a few stories to share from the show that I'll share first, and then I don't know what we're gonna do today. I got back at I don't know, it was probably about 11 o'clock last night, and I went right to bed, and I just woke up a little bit ago, so I have no clue what's on the agenda for today. We'll figure it out together. Looking to see, I know I brought some more paper towels over here. Oh, I am so excited, you guys, that I get to now have time to clean up this mess and really work on getting some organization going in here because I've totally changed the way I crafted and things that I had stored like way across the room. Oh, hi, Jens. Things that I stored way across the room. Um, I need closer and I just need to rearrange everything. And I'm so excited now I'll have time to do that. Nothing. You actually weren't the first one here. You're the first one to say hello. There was one other person in here who's choosing not to speak. Um, so let me tell you a little bit about my show. I started something new this time. Let me show you. It's on Facebook on I have a Cheryl Foils Designs. I have an inked pulp page, but I also have a page for my metalwork. And so I started something new at this show that I think I'm going to keep doing because it was a lot of fun. I started doing a customer spotlight. So this was a customer who bought this green pair of earrings on Friday, and then she came back. I can't get that to stay big. She came back on Saturday to show me, look how perfect they match her sweater. So I asked her if I could take a picture and put it on my page, and she said absolutely. So there she is. That's Donna. And then I didn't ask her name because she was a minor, but I did ask her parents. That's her dad in the background, and that's her mom right there. She bought this little pair of blue post earrings. Aren't those just adorable on her? They really bring out her blue eyes. But I asked her parents if I could take a picture to put on my Facebook page, and they said yes. So that was my second customer spotlight. And then my last one, this is Michael, and he bought this beautiful intricate cross necklace. Um, it was on kind of a dainty chain, so he did ask if we could swap out the chain, and we put a thicker, more masculine chain on it. But and that I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend, but look at the look in her face. She was just so proud of him, and he was so happy with his purchase. So that's my customer spotlight. And I think I'm going to keep doing that. Hey, Lori B. I was just getting started, kind of talking about my weekend. My customer spotlight. So if you haven't liked my page, I have the inked pulp, but I also have Cheryl Foyle's designs, and that's more my metals. So I know I'm going to keep doing that because they were so excited to be featured. And hi, Marty. So I'm going to keep doing the customer spotlights. Now, I don't have any more shows until after till next year, but that's something that I'm going to keep doing. Hey, Pam. So, a couple of stories from my show that I have to share with you because they're just too awesome not to share. I had this little girl, she was 4 years old, she informed me. She walked into my booth and she says, "We're not here to buy anything from you. We're just looking." And her mom busted out laughing. Apparently, her mom had told her that. "We're not going to go in there to buy anything. We're just looking." So she informed me of that. And I said, "Well, that's okay. You look all you want." Well, I had my big butterflies all laid out on the table, and she saw them and she picked up one and she turned to her mom and she's like, "Oh, mom, can I buy it?" And her mom, I said, "Well, I thought you just told me you weren't buying anything." "Oh, but I want this." And hey, Kelly, I'm telling some little stories from my show. So they were looking and she just kept asking her mom to buy it. And, every single show, I always pick out at least, I gave 4 things away this weekend. But I usually give one. There were 4 that were irresistible. And um, so I had some of the little butterflies that I hadn't put out yet. The big one was probably would have been too big on her. And so I got my box out and I happened to have an orange one. And I pulled it out and I said, "Do you like this?" And she said, "Oh, yes, orange is my favorite color." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Would you like to have this as a gift from me?" And her eyes lit up and she was like, "Yes." And her mom said, "You don't have to do that." And I said, "I know I don't." I said, "This is kind of my way of giving back to my customers as I pick somebody and give something to them because, they just touch my heart." And your little girl is so sweet, informing me that you weren't going to buy anything. I said, "And you kept your promise. You're not buying anything. I'm giving it to you as a gift." She said, "Oh, thank you." She says, "I'm 4 years old." She just cracked me up. And she loved the necklace. I said, "Don't lose it." And she said, "Oh, I will take very good care of it." And then her dad walked in and he was insistent on paying me. And I said, "No, please." I said, "I do this for a couple of reasons. One, I want to give back to my buying community." He says, "I know, but we didn't buy anything from you." I said, "I realize that, but you represent, my buyers as a whole, and I'd like to do this." I said, "Second, I want young people to see that, not everybody in this world is bad. We see so much bad these days. And, I want them to see that there are still nice people out there in the world." So he was like, "Okay, if you're sure." I said, "I'm absolutely positive." So that was one story. And then yesterday morning, this couple in their 20s stopped by my booth, and the young man walked up to my nightlight display and he's like, "Oh, look, she has a cardinal." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's really pretty." And they looked around and um we got to talking a little bit and they said, "Well, we've got to go. We have to go tear." Making me wait till you hear this story. Um they said, "We have to go tear down our wedding venue." I said, "Oh." I said, "Did you just get married?" And they said, "Yeah, yesterday." This was Sunday morning, so they got married Saturday. I said, "Really?" And they said, "Yeah, we just got married." So I walked over to my packages of nightlights and I pulled out a cardinal and I handed it to them and I said, "Well, here's a wedding gift from me." They're like, "Oh, are you sure?" are you sure? And, they did the whole, you don't have to do that. And I said, well, I know I don't have to. I said, but there's a difference between have to and want to. And I want to. And he said, he got a little emotional and he said, cardinals are my grandfather's symbol. He said he collected everything and he loved cardinals and he's passed on now. And the guy showed me a tattoo he had on his forearm of an angel and a cross, and it had his grandfather's birth date and passing date. And he said, this is my grandfather. He said, he just was really, really close to his grandfather. And I had no clue that the cardinal was, I just heard him mention, like, oh, she has a cardinal. So I said, well, please take that and have a lifetime of happiness. And think of me when you turn on your cardinal light, night light. And he said, oh, I have to show you something else. So he whipped out his camera and he said, yesterday, before we got married, I went fishing because that was something that me and my grandpa used to do all the time. And I caught, I don't know if it was a bass or the thing was huge. He said, this is the biggest fish I've ever caught. And I think that was a sign from my grandpa for my wedding day. He said, so we've had lots of signs, that, this was the right thing to do. I said, well, now you have a cardinal as a sign too, because I had no clue, about your grandpa. And so they went on their way, thanked me, gave me big hugs, and went on their way. So those were two of my fun stories from the weekend. Good morning, Cheryl. You'll have to go back and listen to the beginning. I just told a couple of stories from my show last weekend. Oh, one more I'll share with you. So I had a little boy come in. Um, he was a big kid, and I was sawing out night lights, and he came over and wanted to see, wanted to know what I was doing. And his mom said, oh, he loves tools. And so I sort of told him what I was doing and how I was doing it and stuff. And I was talking to him. And he seemed like there was something that he might be special needs. He just, I think, maybe mildly autistic, maybe. I don't know. I just kind of picked that up. But anyway, so he and I talked for a long time. And his mom looked at me and she says, how old do you think he is? I said, I don't know, 12. She said, he's 6 years old. He was just a really big kid, and that might have gone along with the special needs thing. I said, wow. I said, he's amazing for 6 years old. And so I went over to my keychains. I have some North Carolina state shaped keychains. And I asked him, I said, would you like a keychain? He said, yes. And so I pulled out a keychain for him and gave it to him. And he was so excited. And his dad was across the street. He told his mom, I gotta go. I gotta go across the street. And he took off and I said, is he going to show his dad? She said, yep. And he'll show his grandparents. And she said that'll mean a lot to him. So then he came back and I told him, I said, you're a very special man, young man. I said, and don't you ever forget it. You have a lot to share with the world. And he says, okay. So anyway, those are three of my giveaway stories. I don't normally give that many things away, but they just kind of hit me. And the last thing I'll share with you is that I didn't have a great show. It was a good show, but it wasn't great like it was last year. And I've realized something for those of you, hi, Big Mama, who are ever doing shows or things like this, selling. I realized so many people came in my booth. Oh, I bought your nightlights last year. Oh, I have some of these earrings. Oh, I have this. I bought this for my mom. I had so many people come in my booth that had bought for me in the past. But what I realized is that once they buy, they don't really need to buy again unless I have something different. And I had a lot of the same, my staples. And so I realized that doesn't work when you've done a show for like 6 years because, a lot of the same people come back. So over the winter, I'm going to kind of redesign my product line and come up with, I have so many ideas and I've got to really change it up because I need to have a great show at that one. And it was good, but not great. So, and those earrings that I made where I put the distress embossing powders on and then some alcohol inks over them, they were a huge hit. Huge. And I only took 3 pair of them. But one lady who bought a pair, um, she owns a gallery there and she says, I'm going to be contacting you because I'd like to carry some of your stuff in my gallery. I was like, okay, I can go with that. So it was a good show. It was a really good show. And uh yeah, I just feel like I'm so blessed. They moved me to a little bit different spot. I had one lady come and she says, "Oh, I'm so glad I found you. I couldn't find you and you weren't in your regular space and I thought you weren't coming." And I said, "No, I'm here." And it's just really heartwarming to hear people wanting to come back and see you again. And she bought a couple of pairs of earrings from me, but um it's just really heartwarming. So I feel like I need to give back some because I've been so blessed. So, anyway, enough of the sappy stuff. Let's get on to today. So, needless to say, I have not prepped anything or even thought about what we're going to do today. Hi, Cheryl. Again. Mike. Have I missed anybody else? I don't think so. So I'm going to let you guys pick. What shall we make? Something easy because my knee is still jacked up, although it feels like it's getting better. But I think I'm going to spend the day mostly sitting in my chair and sleeping and elevating my leg. So, oh, is Big Mama here? I've got the was it Big Mama or Mimi who told me about it? The Advil Dual. I bought some of that and that stuff was like miracle. I was on that stuff all weekend. As soon as it started wearing off, or I was counting, like you're supposed to wait 8 hours. Sometimes I only made it 6. Hey Donna. Um, but yeah, that helped me get through the weekend. So today I'm gonna nurse it and just take it easy. So somebody tell me, what shall we make today? Do a journal card? Okay. Or was that no, don't do a journal card? We could do this. Oh my gosh, that dual Advil. Big Mama came in. I thought I said hi. If I didn't, hello. I have not, but I have thought about it. I also have some wooden boxes that I want to recover and decorate. Um, oh my gosh, Kelly, was it you that told me about it? I know a couple people did, and it was my lifesaver. All right. Oh, hi, Tammy. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I told several people about my morning, and then one lady wanted my channel name, so I don't I don't know. Yeah, I'm on a phone call, so can't hear the dialogue. No worries, Big Mama. Shall we cover it with fabric or paper? Let's see which one. This is the right way up. So, what do you think, Cheryl? Fabric or paper? Let's do paper because I found my clear embossing powder and I want to do some of that distress embossing on it. So I have a whole bunch more copy dyed paper and I don't know, thought I brought it down here, but I don't know where it is. Well, the front we can cover with different paper. I'll use this on the back. Um, let's use maybe a pattern paper, but something that is kind of neutral so we can emboss on it. Need to work before I check out. We'll try to catch later in the week. Oh, good. Have a wonderful day, Kelly, and thank you so much as always for coming in. Um, you know what? I have some of this paper and I hardly ever use it. It it's like really heavy, but it's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Let's use that on the front. And then we can decorate and put we can decorate and then we can use some of the embossing glazes. Because I would like to do that. I'd like to use those more. They worked so well on the earrings. That pair that I asked you, Cheryl, if they were too grungy looking, those sold right away. And somebody loved them. So they were a hit. So I'm going to make a whole line of those with different embossing powders. And I have to get a few more colors. I want more blues, and purples are always popular colors. I'm not going to put this, well, maybe I will. I was going to say I wasn't going to put it right to the edge, and I'll show you why, but I can fix it. I'll show you why. Yay, they were so popular. Um, So the reason I was gonna cut it is because see how it has a white core, but we can ink that up. So we'll leave it a little frazzled on the ends. There. What do you think about that? And then we just need to ink around the edges here. Make it look like the rest of it. This is like really thick paper. I bought it on Amazon and it comes colored and distressed like this. I don't know. I don't think it's watercolor. It could be. It could be some type of watercolor paper. Hey, Donna. Welcome back. So yeah, like I said, I had a good show. I made some decent money, but I didn't have a great show. And so for those who just came in, I have realized I cannot tell you how many people came in and were previous customers and like came looking for me. And that just made me so happy. But what I realized, because I had a lot of the same stuff that I had last year, they didn't need to buy anything new because they bought what they wanted last year. So I had a lot of newer customers, but I need to make some new stuff. I've got to make some new stuff. Let's put this on the back and we'll be able to see through it a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna, this is kind of slick and I'm gonna use glue sticks. So I want to rough it up a little bit. Some sandpaper. So I'll be making, I have some ideas. And I can start making things, get ready for spring and summer shows, and then start putting stuff away because you can never start too early. I didn't have any Christmas decorations with me. I didn't get them made this year. I had a lady, I usually do these Christmas earrings every year, and they're made out of Swarovski crystals, and they're little Christmas trees, and they're always really popular. I didn't have a single pair with me, and the lady who came looking for me, that's what she wanted. She says, "I didn't get them last year, and I came looking for you to get them." And I said, "Well, I have some at home. You can't buy the Swarovski crystals." Yeah, well, I did sell a lot of things for Christmas gifts, like the night lights. Do you know I didn't sell a single bag at this show? It was very unusual. People loved them, but I didn't sell a single one. And I told a lot of people about Maria's story from Florida and showed them a picture of the bag we made, and everybody loved it, but nobody bought a bag. But I sold a lot of other things for gifts because, yes, a lot of people do look for gifts. Um, I just didn't have my Christmas decorations there, and um, I was just I was unprepared for all of my shows this year, and I know now that I need to start like way early, like now, um, so that I can be fully stocked for my shows last year, even if the stuff sits in a box. I didn't get I sold 2 more of the fabric insert bracelets. Everybody loved those. Um, but I only have one left. I mean, I sold all but one of them. And so I just need to really, I was not on the ball with making stuff this year. And I don't know why, because I usually am. But I think, I started doing art before breakfast. I'm doing a lot more paper stuff. And I think I just, didn't have the focus like I needed to have. Because you're right, Donna. They're looking for the gifts and Christmas decorations. And I'm going to rough this paper up a little bit because it didn't cut real straight because it's rough on the other side. So I'm going to rough this up a little, and then we'll get to decorating the front. But it was fun. I love the stories and the people I meet. Oh, I met some just awesome people. And I just met some awesome people. Since there's so many people here now that weren't here in the very beginning, I'm going to show my pictures again from the show. Well, when you figure it out, Donna, you let me know. It can't be too complex, so it can't be too involved. And see, that's the thing. Like the stuff we make here is great. I love, getting real involved in the projects and making something. But when I'm making, for mass producing, I can't do this because I could never make enough. They have to be things that I can produce, fairly quickly so that I can make a bunch of them. So it's hard sometimes because some of the things I want to do. Oh, hey, Mimi. Some of the things that I want to do just take so much time, and I don't have that luxury when I'm making stuff to sell when I need lots of it. So that's always my dilemma, is what can I come up with that doesn't take a lot of time. Those scarf pins that I showed you, I sold a ton of those. And that's a low ticket item, so, I didn't make a bunch of money, but anything that gets my product in somebody's hands is good. All right, let me get this inked up. And then Well, yeah, but I still can't. I mean, yes, I absolutely, it goes back to starting earlier. And I usually start in May making my Christmas stuff, but I'm going to start even earlier this year and just put stuff away. But even still, if I'm going to spend a day making one type of thing, I can't spend so much time on it. I have to be able to make, bunches of it. It's a dilemma that I've always had. I got a little bit of glue on there. That's all right. All right. So what I would like to do, um, yes and no. All of my items come with basically a business card. Like my earrings are all on my earring cards that have all my information. If I have a customer that I know it depends. It depends. What I don't do, yeah, I put them in the bag. If they buy a nightlight, I definitely do because I tell them, hey, I ship these, and if you decide you need more for Christmas, so I don't put my cards out anymore. I wait for people to ask for them because the kids at these shows, they love to run around to all the booths and get cards. Yeah. Um, they love to run around and get cards, and cards are not cheap. So I don't put them out. In fact, I had a couple of kids come in this weekend and say, "Do you have business cards?" And I said, "Are you just collecting cards?" And they said, "Yes." And I said, "Well," I said, "I'm sorry, but my cards are for my customers." So, and I had a few people take a picture, and that's the other thing I've started recommending is take a picture of it because people lose business cards. And if you take a picture of it, you'll have it on your phone. And they're like, "Oh, good idea." So I did start doing that a little bit. All right, what shall we decorate this with? What shall we decorate with? Um, yeah. But the kids, it's when the kids are doing it. Adults that collect business cards, like I had one lady tell me, she collects them, but she'll go back periodically and um go through them and say, oh, yeah, I need to look up this person again, or I need to look up that person again. So she actually uses them. Put a little tag on there. Um, could put a little envelope and a tag in it. So I don't mind if the adults are collecting them because I think, they're collecting for a reason. But when the kids are just wanting to amass a bunch of that one's too big cards. Yeah, that's expensive though. That's really expensive. And usually I've never um hang on, I'm just trying to figure out what we want to do here. Ooh, that's cute. Um Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. The I know, but you have to spend your money in a smart way that's going to have returns for you. So, do we want to do some of this fall stuff? Is that okay with everybody? Oh, I also have this big envelope that, hang on, let me, what if we did this? Hang on. Let me pick up this stuff. I need to get one of these trays. that Miss Crafty Shamrock inspired me to buy. So we'll put stuff in there. Fall, okay. Yeah, I just have to be frugal, you know. I mean, I don't have endless sums of money, so I try to do it where I think it's going to be the most return. And I will tell you, Mount Airy is a very small town, and most of the locals come out anyway and shop. In fact, Friday is almost all locals. Because this show has been going on for, I don't know, 50, 60 years. It's been around for a long time. And so people come out for it. No, I think this goes like this. This one. It's just a really cool show. So let me get this folded and then I want to show. Got to get busy on some Christmas gifts. Oh, I'm so sorry you've got the flu. That's nasty. Nasty, nasty being sick. I got to get my knee healthy so I can do some serious organizing. Whoops. In my craft room. And I wouldn't start it now because I'm still in pain, although so we'll do this and this. We'll make an envelope and it's too big. Never mind. I was thinking about putting an envelope in there. Okay, what about, now this I can cut out. That's made to cut out. I don't want to do any cutting. I just want a tag or a pocket. Mimi, I had my daughter pick up for me that paper pad you showed, Paper Studio Amanda. Oh, yeah. That was really pretty. All right. So there's a pocket. How about that on the front there? And I need to cut out this I think she was talking about that fall pad that I used, or was it from Maddie? I had one from Hobby Lobby that I used that Mimi just loved. I think that's what she's talking about. But correct me if I'm wrong there, Mimi. All right. So I want to make, so here's one thing that I want to make. And actually, Crafty Shamrock kind of got this idea floating in my head. So Crafty Shamrock wants me to make a wall piece for her son that is a dragon. Like I would go cut it out, you know, in the copper. And I got to thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I made some wall pieces out of copper? Oh, you're still sick, Mimi? I hope you were able to at least enjoy your trip some, even though you were sick. But anyway, I want to make some wall pieces. And then behind them, where they're cut out, I would either use another thin sheet of copper that I put alcohol inks on to give it some color to shine through the cutout pieces, or I could even use, vellum to let light come through. I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. But I want to do some more wall art because that would give me something different for next year. And I'm thinking like the tree of life would be pretty. Get right up to the edge on these. Yep. So I have some thoughts about that. I'm going to put this up a little in case we want to put a little lace below it. Okay, there's that. Now, I have a couple of these. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Maybe a couple of tag. Hospitals like my, oh. So we could do that, and then I could put a sentiment at the top. What do you guys think about that? We could decorate something down here. In fact, what did I do with that little piece I had this morning? Oh, too big to go on there. But we could decorate with something. So what do you guys think about that? I do need to back these because they're real flimsy. So we've got that. I should go and sew around this. Only a small heart attack. Ah, that's not good. Let's put some of this on the back because it's got lines. It's a card. Yes, Jens. You do have to take care of your health. I'll tell you, the older I get, the more I realize how important that is. I'm always, being able to go and set up for my shows is something that is really important to me because I think it helps keep me young. I have weights that weigh down the legs of my tent so the tent doesn't blow away. And it was windy. We got up to 30-mile-an-hour gusts on Saturday night, and my tent was just fine. But I still lift those weights in and out of my car, 4 of them, and carry them over to the tent legs. And it's difficult, but it's always been difficult. But I can, still set up my own tent. I still can, haul my tables in, put up my, oh, wow. Well, you're beating the odds, Jens, and that's a good thing, right? Showing those doctors who's who. I'm so sorry that ever since I had my knee replacement surgery and I couldn't walk for a while, I've always valued my health, but when you lose, and for those, I'm sure some of you can relate to this, when you lose function of one of your, especially your limbs, it's just devastating. It makes you realize how much you appreciate having your good health. And I'm sure there are people in the room here who can. Well, I know Mimi's had issues with eyes, and I cannot imagine even the thought of, having issues with my eyes and maybe not my eyesight. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're spending some time with us, Jens, because this is, yep, yep, it really is, isn't it? I mean, you guys understand. It's devastating not to have your health. And then when you're in your 20s, dang, you're invincible, aren't you? Or you think you are. We don't treat our bodies very well when we're young. And that all comes back to bite us in the butt when we're older. All right, let me do this, and then I want to play with some of those distressing glazes. And I'll put, this is where your dimension will come from, Donna. I'll put little eyelets or something in the top and put some toppers on. I may not do that on today because I want to play with some of the distressing glazes. Not think about exactly. Enjoy today and live today to the fullest. I agree with you. My husband and I, not to be morbid, but I mean, we talk about our mortality and the fact that, it doesn't go on forever. And, we're in our 60s now and we've just got to enjoy everything we have and everything we do because you never know. It could all end tomorrow. And that's not being dramatic or morbid, it's a reality. So we really try to live to the fullest so we have no regrets whenever that time comes. Although I plan to live to 100, so flower or stacked mushrooms. Okay, well let's get some so we've got these two little tags. Let's get some embossing glazes on here. Let me find, where's my tin with my embossing glazes? Nope, that's alcoholic tins. There are the embossing glazes. I was thinking, what if we put some glaze like around the sides of this pocket? What do you think about that? Cheryl, you're the expert. Yep, I hear you, Donna. Oh, Cheryl, I am so happy for you. I've been to Ireland. I'll be anxious to hear where you plan to go. All right, what color shall we put around here? I've got, ooh, rusty hinge might be pretty. I've got tattered rose. I've got fire brick. Cheryl, please tell me, you've played with all of these. What color do you think would be good right around the borders of this? Oh my God, I hate you. I love that. We are leaving May 31st to land on my birthday, June 1st, and your kids are coming. Oh my gosh. I want to talk to you. I want to find out where you're going. All right, Cheryl, help me out. What color should I put around this pocket? Got antique linen, peeled paint. Two cracked pistachio. I can take that one out. Miss Cheryl. Vintage photo and maybe green. Okay. I have vintage photo actually already open because I used it. What is this one? Walnut stain. Hickory smoke. Vintage photo. I just didn't take the... Oh, maybe I didn't use it. I thought I did. All right, vintage photo, and then maybe go to Galway. I have, well, I was in Cork for business, and then I had a weekend there. So we went to Killarney and Kinsale and like down along the coast. It was just gorgeous. The thing about Ireland that just amazed me was, you know how we have our cow farms, you'll go along and you'll see farms and they're, cows out in the field or sheep or whatever, but they're out in a big old pasture. When I was in Ireland, you would come around a corner and there would be this huge, beautiful green pasture area. And then just past it was the beautiful blue ocean. And it was the most amazing thing to me to see. I'm just gonna, oops, that's not gonna work. Let me get a new one of these. It was the most amazing thing to me to see cows and pasture right along the ocean. You know, I don't know, it just little things that just amazed me. But it's a beautiful country. And it should be really pretty in May with all the green, pastures and if you get a car and drive, I don't know about all parts of Ireland, but down in the Cork area, there are no street signs. It's all landmarks and you're driving on the wrong side of the damn car and it's crazy. It is crazy. Make sure I don't have any. And so you're trying to watch for landmarks and remembering that you're driving on the wrong side of the road. And it was interesting to say the least, but it was fun. It was fun. So let me brush off this extra. Oops. I had a pretty amazing time. Flying into Dublin. Oh. All right. Oh, so you're down near, that's where I flew in. So you're going to be down near the Cork area. Isn't Dublin north of that? Hang on a second. I want to get a little paintbrush because I've still got some. That works better. Better than that little brush they gave me. I just want to make sure we don't have too much out here on the outliers. All right, let's put the heat on that thing, and I'm going to get my hot gun. So it goes quickly. There it is. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that pretty? Now you're saying I should put some green on top of that? On top of the brown? This is the one that hadn't been opened, and I want to kind of give that away, so I'm not going to do that one. And then maybe we can put, I know Donna was talking about a mushroom. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Or in this package, I have some other little, so I'll put that up there. You could put that down there that says choose gratitude and put a little cheesecloth behind it or some string. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, something that kind of goes up the side here. I agree. I agree. What do you think about that for down there? Choose gratitude. Or I have this up here. We'll say thankful every day, and then I have a thankful down here, but that might be too much. Too much thankful. What do you guys think about that little bit of lace there? I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, I could. I absolutely could do that, Cheryl. Absolutely. Let's think about that. What I would stamp there. And I don't have to worry too much about the shiny glue because the glaze is shiny. Oops. So there, how's that at the bottom? Just a little bit of lace sticking out that bottom. So we have this tag, or that journaling card, and that tag. and we'll have some toppers on them, and then we'll have this, and if I want to put, I could put something coming up the top. Let me see what I have for stamps real quick. Most of my stamps are in another box because I put them away for organizing. So hang on, let me hobble over to this other box and see what I've got. Okay. This is one of my favorite stamps. We could put it right there. What do you guys think about that? And I could even stamp it so it goes off the edge. And put it right down to the top of that envelope. What do you guys think about that? What you think, Cheryl? Do you like it? And then I have this little acorn stamp we could put somewhere too. Do you like these? I like these. I have one that's just a single though. I don't know where it is. Well, we can stamp this kind of off the side. Do it. Do it, they say. All right. What color? More vintage photo, some rusty hinge, some broken china. I don't know if we want to introduce blue here. Oh, how about the vintage rose? Or tattered rose. Because that kind of matches the other colors in here. I think I'm going to try that. Oops, this is the part that's going to be on there. I don't know. We're using the embossing glazes, the distress embossing glazes, so it will be transparent. I don't know. I don't know if it'll fade into the background or not. We'll find out. We shall find out. What did I do with that? Tattered rose. Oh, yeah. Yes, I think it will fade into the background, which actually is not a bad thing. Yeah, I have some stamp cleaner. I also have some rubbing alcohol that I can use. All right, let's dry this baby. Or melt it, I guess I should say. Doesn't look like it's all the way melted up here. It is now. And I just blew that word off the table that I had. And Lordy only knows where it went. All right, so it's light, but you definitely can see it there. I actually like that, where it's kind of faded into the... So we have some there. Should I put some more of the flour over here? So we have it on both sides? Maybe we should. It will be all over the room. You're funny. All right. Yeah, this stuff is really cool. Okay, so I actually want to just put it up here at the top. Let's see if that works. Nope, it's not on there. It ain't there. All right, let's try that again. I don't know if that's on there. Let's see. Let's put some embossing powder on it and see. Let's see if we got it. I love that tattered rose. Because it does kind of blend into the background, but it's visible. So it's very subtle. Oh yeah. That's there. Yeah, I definitely need to order more colors of these, especially if I'm going to be using them for my earrings. Now I have to clean up a little because I had stamped it twice. And so I got a little bit extra, but that's okay. It's actually all right, I think. Alrighty, let's get that done. I love this really hot heat gun. It really heats this up quickly. And melts it very quickly. I like it. All right, so now we've got this, and I'll put that one behind. There we go. And then we have room for our sentiment at the top, where it says thankful every day. And let's put, I have some fabric here that is just cool, and I think it would be really nice behind that. I have pulled it out for possibly making a bag. Didn't use it for that, so, but it's got those fall colors. I've got Thankful Every Day. What do you guys think about that? Thankful Every Day. And then what I thought I could do is take the acorn and put an acorn coming off this or over the top and do it with a different, with like a walnut stain. What do you guys think of that? Ooh. Fried taters and scrambled eggs. That sounds good to me. All right, so what if we put that down across the top and we put that like that? Do you guys like it? Just kind of sticking out the top there. Or I could put it down at the bottom. All right, you guys tell me, do you like that? Should it go at the bottom? Yes? Top or bottom, Cheryl? And I set my little dauber down somewhere, and you know I can't find it. I like it at the top. Okay. Good, because I like it at the top too. I was going to ink this up, but it's got dark all around it, and I can't find my brown dauber. So let's just put this down. Did you notice, Big Mama? It's not cut straight. It's got wider at one end than the other, and I'm good with that. There was a day when I would have retorn it to make it perfectly straight. There was also a day when I would have made sure the same amount was sticking out top and bottom. But you have helped me get over that stuff. Thankful Every Day. Now, what if we put these little acorns right here? Or are they too big? I might look for one thing that's a little bit taller to go in there. What do you think? Acorns or no? I kind of like them. They might be big. Well, Donna, I'm sorry I won't be there. I will be upstairs icing my knee, trying to get the final bit of healing done. There we go. No to the acorns. I just put the, well, let me put the ink down, and if I don't like it, we can brush it off. I was going to use walnut stain on this. You're going to have a whole big house full to entertain, Donna. And four big, Mama. All right, let's see what it looks like. And if we don't like it, I'll brush it off and wipe off the ink. That's what it's going to look like. So let me get the cards in there. Let's find my little brush here. Okay, so those would be up there. And these would be down here. You don't like it? Don't like the acorns? Let's vote. Yes or no? Acorns, yes or no? Because I can take them off. I got one yes. I got two yeses. What about the rest of you? Lori Babe, Big Mama, Donna. Big Mama says yes. We got Tammy here. Who else is here? I'm going back up to see who else has come in. Okay, well, I got 3 yeses, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on. I probably should have used regular embossing powder with these instead of the glaze. All right. There we go. There's a journaling card with a pocket on front. We've got some acorns, a sentiment, and then I'll put a topper on this. What do you guys think? And I'll put a couple of things on top of that too. I love this with this frame around down here. You're hot, you're hot. Yeah, these are bent a little, probably from the heat though. We can get them straightened out. There. You guys like? I will probably go around and stitch. Put a tag topper on. I can show you tomorrow what I finished it up and did on here, but I like it. I like it a lot. The subdued tones, yeah, and you can see the flowers behind there, but they're, very subdued. That's a good word for it. All right, everybody. Thumbs up if you haven't already, please. And I'll do it as well because I haven't. And I'll let you go. I love you all. And I will see you tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. I am heading upstairs to get something to eat, maybe another cup of coffee, and then I'm just going to chill for the day. So, see you all tomorrow morning. Bye.